Wow. Whew. Afternoon, everybody. I don't know how I can add much to that. Guys are so impressive. You're so awesome. I'm not sure I had really all that much to do with it when I look at where you two are today, but I will take credit, which I tend to do on a regular basis. And to be fair, as has been said, I was only mathematically 50% of the parenting couple. My wife, Kyle, who's sitting at this table here in front, made being the mom of sons look so easy. Most of the time, I was just running to try to keep up. And without revealing too much, one could imagine that the three of us, on occasion, would have to conspire to try to overcome her determination. Let's just call that a work in progress. A lot can be said about father-son relationships. All I can say is it's been the highlight of my life to be able to hang out with those two guys. Beyond our adventures and misadventures and so many unforgettable moments, the real growth has actually been my own. As I reflect on it, I think dad is not so much a title as it is a process. You could call this process lessons in humility. And the goal, rather than perfection, is just to do a little bit better tomorrow than you did yesterday. I was recently asked by a soon-to-be father for some parenting advice. I was very flattered and wanted to say something meaningful. What I come up with was this. Kids are much more resilient than you can imagine, and despite all of your efforts to cajole them and guide them, they will in fact find their own way. Some will find it earlier, and some will find it later, but they will find it. And I ended with, oh, and by the way, it's very important when they're babies not to drop them on their head. I figured he'd forget the first part, but he wouldn't forget the second part. Another hard-learned truth, if you ever wondered, is that your kids are always watching. They will see it all, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And the latter two will come back to you in vivid detail more often than you know, as if it happened just yesterday. The good, it just sinks in, and it grows, and it turns into character and virtue. Of course, I wouldn't trade any of it for a single second, and I am forever thankful for the life lessons that fatherhood has taught me. Here are just a few. I've understood that the world is much, much bigger than me. That happened pretty fast, actually, about 5 minutes after Henry arrived. I've learned that strength grows from independence, and as hard as it is to let go, and it is hard, that's what makes the difference. I've learned that all generational stereotypes are wrong. Just ask millennials with kids and see if they're still all about themselves. And if you can find a way to maintain perspective in all things, what really matters will always come first. My own perspective came from my upbringing. My dad was a New Yorker transplanted to Boston, where I was raised. He was a 50s kid who embraced the openness of the 60s and the self-examination of the 70s. He embraced the idea of self-improvement and committed himself to raising an informed and enlightened family, whether we wanted to be or not. And I can say with full transparency, we did not. Perhaps that's why he gave up on us and invested himself as a big brother in the Greater Boston Big Brother, Big Sister program. I was the youngest of two, with a wonderful sister 2 years older. But I grew up also with a brother. His name was Mike, and he was from a pretty tough neighborhood in inner city Boston and had been dealt a difficult set of circumstances. He and my dad became very close, and often with me alongside, we went on outings I would now call dad lessons. His favorite was to take us to Boston College wrestling matches, where young men displayed not just athleticism, but also strategy, discipline, and restraint. When Mike became a dad himself, my father found ways to show Mike what fatherhood looked like. Mike had very few role models in his life, so my father took him and his new baby daughter to the Boston's Children's Museum so he could see how other fathers and mothers engaged with their kids. Mike struggled at times, but he always knew he had my dad in his corner. And at the end of the day, I think that's what all of us need from a father, or in this case, a big brother. Mike and my dad stayed close for the better part of 25 years. This is all to say, I am beyond grateful for this honor. I'm excited that the proceeds are going to the Big Brothers and Big Sisters of America. I just lost my dad a few months ago, and this timing seemed perfectly poignant and a reflective moment for me. I want to thank my wife for setting a very high bar in my family, and it has been said she very clearly is the CEO, and I would never be neither courageous nor stupid enough to challenge that position. But chairman is open, and so I don't know. I also want to thank all my colleagues from L'Oreal for being here and supporting me. It's been an honor to work alongside all of them. Many parents and many people over the decades, we've shared our own stories of raising our kids, and a lot of laughs, an occasional tear. But it's been wonderful for you to be part of my family as well. And I thank everyone here, as well as all of the honorees, for helping me celebrate the best job that I've ever had. Thank you.